Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It is May. What is it? It's May 21st today, and we are going to be live drawing some flowers. I do not have. I may just pull up from photos, but I don't think I've got any on my computer. But I have a Padlet, which I'm going to show you with some photos from Esty. There's some jasmine, and I'm just trying to get live here. So, and I've got to turn down this volume. My husband did something yesterday to the modem, and that's the internet in the house. And so I am on data this morning because I can't get onto the internet. I'm sure he can fix it before my live class today at 10, but right now we are live, and I don't have like another screen. I have this one so I can see who is here. Right now nobody is here. Top messages, one message, and I'm not sure if live chat, there's no chat, so maybe nobody is here this morning with me. So I'm going to show you some pictures. It says one person is watching. Oh, that could be me on my other device. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I'm going to be drawing. So this is an image of some jasmine, which Esty, she posted. So I took some screenshots also of the photos that, ooh, that was the burger workshop that I am going to be posting soon. So I took some photos of Esty's images, or some screenshots. This one is really beautiful as well, and I love this one. So I'm going to get some drawing done first, and I apologize, I cannot see who is here, but I'll keep checking in to see if there is anybody here. Oh, there's 5 people watching now. Oh, good morning, C. Hi, Louisa. Hello, Leslie, and hello, Louise. So I guess I could print out the image, but I'm going to do a quick continuous line, and then from the continuous line, I am going to do some painting or some neocolors. So I'm going to do that first. And like I said, I don't have another device that I can see your chat right now, but I will, once I've done the line drawing, I can move on, and I think I'm going to do a double spread of this one. I really like it. Yeah, so the internet, my husband said last night, oh, I have a new modem that I have to switch in and take the old one out. And I'm like, okay, am I going to be able to get on in the morning? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I'm on just data right now. So we'll see how that is. I'm just going to do, not really doing continuous. I'm going to do a continuous. I'm going to start just getting the lines done here. I hope Esty has somebody to look after her flowers when she goes away. It's the horizon line, and then we have a tree back here as well. And then some vines going over here, and get those in. And then I'll go from memory. I don't really want these right in the middle, so let's just put the yellow flowers here, and we'll bring them over here. Looks like there's a pathway here. Oh, maybe this is Esty's community garden that she talks about. And I'll get one of these seed pods right here, and then I'll put another one down here. All right, I think I can now go over to you all to see who is here. Good morning, Meryl. Hi, Tash. Louisa said, would a switch to Zoom be better for your data? No, I don't think so. Or I guess maybe because I'm streaming on upstreaming. It's okay. I'm going to do this and then I'll just, you know, I just have to stomach it, basically. Stomach the data. I'm going to paint with gouache, I think, first, and then maybe do some mixed media on top. I need it to work for my Zoom because I record my Zooms and the recording goes on my computer, and if I don't have that recorded, then that's not very good. So that I do have to make sure it works before 10 o'clock. What is everybody else drawing? Anybody? And Leslie, welcome back. Leslie, how was your trip? I'm sure it was amazing. Do you have any like favorite places that you went to? You're doing the blue vase. The blue vase is beautiful. It really is. I do like the blue vase too, but I'm gonna do this one. Maybe Leslie left. Leslie, did you leave already? Or she's getting a coffee maybe. So I'm going by memory now. I remember that there was a whole bunch of yellow flowers here, and there was some here. This is looking a little bit green. My yellow has been tainted and tinted with a bit of blue in there. I think it's from yesterday's class. It's a little bit too loose, this. Hi Rosalie, how are you? Oh Rosalie, I'm going to contact you today to see if you can do a meet this weekend with us. Leslie says, still in bed, loved Greece and Lake Como. Sounds like just a wonderful time. You did a lot of tours as well in Greece, right? Leslie, was it like a walking tour kind of thing that you did? If you're here, I just did a very quick continuous line drawing of an image from Esty. We're doing flowers in May, and our Patreons have been adding images, which has been fantastic, but I don't have the image in front of me, so because I want to see your chat and chat with you, because I am without internet today, so I'm using my data for doing this live, which is probably not a great idea. But anyway, so I have less devices to be able to see images, etc., etc., etc. Oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, I can pull up Padlet on my computer. I'm like, no, I can't, because that is on, I needed the internet. We are kind of lost without the internet. And of course, my husband, you know, I mean, there's never a good time to do it, but I'm worried that I'm not going to get on for my class, but it should be fine. Leslie said, yes, cruise, and hopped off to different ports. Oh, okay, great. And Rosalie says, sound good about getting together for your great meet. Your photos are fantastic, Rosalie, of the bands and the whole atmosphere. Fantastic. We're going to be, so remember we did our Another World with Rashmi. Well, we're going to do it with Rosalie because she has photos from when she was working. What were you, a music manager of music events, music festivals? Anyway, the photos are fantastic. There are band photos, there are fan photos. It's great, like a great atmosphere, people dancing. Yeah, really nice. I look forward to that. Leslie says, getting up and grabbing a coffee. Missed our mornings, have lots of photos for you. Wonderful. So we'll organize also when we can do maybe we'll do that the following week, the sketch and draw from your trip. We may have to split it up, Leslie, and do like one Italy and one Greece, because we only really need about nine images around that. I need to... All right, so if I remember right, there was a vine that goes up here. And this was almost like a darker gray, the metal that was up here. I want to get rid of all the white on the page. And I have a lot of paint on my palette that I can use. So I know what C is doing. C is doing the blue vase of Estes today. Anybody else doing a picture from the Mayflowers? Okay, there are some vines that go over here. I'm probably going to have to look again at the photo. But right now I can just get some mark making in. Today is Tuesday. I know Dylan Sarah has his Zoom tonight. I'm not going to be able to make it, and that's unfortunate because I really want to make one Tuesday, maybe next Tuesday. And what else is happening today? Anything else do you guys know of? I have to check my Luma to see if I've signed up for anything that is in my schedule. Meryl says, I'm still working on April portraits. Yeah, I still have to work on April portraits, but I just wanted, because I don't have a lot of devices here, I have to focus on one thing, and this is my focus today. Now, there was a lot of yellow flowers here, but there was a lot of green, and I want the yellow flowers to stand out. So I think I'm going to almost group these together, but then have some darker areas underneath. I'm going to take this color. I know there was some here. So this is going to be quite abstract. I do love I want to have a look at the jasmine pot that Esty has. I don't know if Esty is here today. I know that she is soon to leave for her travels, but SDY is the jasmine. I want to say Yasmin. Why is the jasmine special to you? Because you said in the description that it's special. I remember jasmine because we don't have it in England. It's not native to England, but in the south of France it is. So I would go down to the south of France to be with a friend's family every summer. We would do an exchange. She would come back to England. I would go down there. It would help my language skills, which I'm not sure it did because her English was so much better than my French. But I went down every year, so we were down in the south of France, near Antibes, Joie-le-Pin, and you'd go out in the evening, and the smell of the jasmine was just so pretty, and people were like in the town selling bunches of jasmine. They probably just picked it up off the sidewalk and got it from there. But it's so that it brings me back to that. We didn't have that much actually in Spain. There wasn't too much jasmine in Spain. Hi Fiona, how are you? Hi Maria. Nitty. Kitty, hello. I'm doing Spring into Art class. Woohoo! Wax pencil pair, lovely. I'm so glad you're taking it. I know that I've promised to have workshops, but I think I have been overdoing it a little bit. So I'm going to run the workshops, but in June, because I have a virtual art retreat. If I get one or two before I go, then I will, but I'll post them soon so that you'll know that when you can put them in your schedule, in your calendar. I just feel like it's a little bit too much with everything going on with my daughter graduating and her prom, and I don't know. It's always a busy time. Both their birthdays are coming up, and I just figured if I wait until June, it would be good. And then I'm going to do a summer, almost like a summer foundation intensive, where we go over everything. If you're thinking of traveling with me, this would be a really good one to do because it'll be my terminology a lot of times working with you guys when we're out painting on plein air, and we'll do different exercises, and that will be a good way to get to know how I draw and paint. But it's also a good way of just keeping up with your art over the summer. So that's going to be a 6-week. I may make it into an 8-week. Would you prefer a 6-week 3 times a week, or an 8-week? I think 8-week twice a week is probably more doable for a lot of people. And do people prefer yes to weekends or no not to weekends? Like, would you prefer the two classes to be during the week if I was going to do a class like that? I know that some people have a hard time coming to the weekend classes because they're with family, and that is totally understandable. So maybe it'll be better to do it during the week. Anyway, just thinking out loud, really. I know I promised the workshops in May, and I may be able to squeeze one in next week. I'm going to get them up and posted, and I'll look at my schedule again. But it may be a bit too much. So I may just fill June up when I come back from England with workshops, and then we'll start in July with the 8-week program. And the 8-week program will go over things like perspective and proportions and values, and so it's a good recap. I know that the Spring into Art is similar to that, but it's also nice to be in a class and doing the class, so that's something that I will be offering. We'll do landscapes and portraits and still life and interiors and urban sketching. I mean, there's so much to do. I feel like it's quite heavy over here, so I need something over here. And put some shadows on the floor. Leslie says 8 weeks during the week would be awesome. Okay. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just go over everything. It's always good to practice. And, you know, having images that we can work from together is always a great thing as well. If you're a Patreon, you would have received the new June calendar, and I'm not sure if anyone has started adding, but in June we're going to have a little bit of fun in the mornings, and we are working on images of words that rhyme with June. So we have like Cancun, Louisa. Wait, what are we doing for 8 weeks? I'm going to be running a class for 8 weeks, Louisa. And it's going to be almost like a summer, I could call it a summer foundations because it is not foundations. It'll be good to just go over a whole bunch of things. So I'll probably call it summer, maybe just summer art school. I have to come up with a good name, and it's good for all levels, not like all different levels of expertise, and also if you're a beginner it'll be great. Oh, you've loaded a couple of photos. Yay! Great, see. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so this is, I don't have a photo in front of me, just so that you know. It probably shows that I don't have a photo in front of me. And this is a photo, or I'm getting inspiration from a photo I saw, because I'm not working from a photo, of Estes, because she uploaded a photo of this little garden, and which I think is a community garden. And then she also uploaded a really lovely one, blue vase, and also one of jasmine. If I get a chance to do a little bit of the jasmine one, I will. A lot of times we stay so rigid with our images that, you know, your exploration and playfulness gets eaten up by trying to make something look like the photo in front of us. So sometimes playing and just enjoying the medium is kind of good. Okay, I want to get some of this color over here as well. Okay, that has to dry because it's not, I need another layer over the top, and I want to make it a lot more opaque. So that has to dry over here. I feel like there should be green over here as well, like a little bit of green in the sky. That sky is very muddy. In the summer, would anyone, I know that people enjoy doing the my portrait classes. Let me know if you're interested in me doing like just a portrait class. I was gonna do a mixed media one because we've done a gouache one, we've done an acrylic one. I just did a watercolor one with sketchy, so I really don't need to do a watercolor one. So I was gonna do a mixed media one for 4 weeks, just once a week, just to, I know that there'll be portraits included in the foundation class, but it will only be 1 week's worth, and then everything else will be other things. So let me know if you're interested. I know a lot of you like portraits. Good morning, Julie. How are you, Julie? Just saw that you arrived. I'm working from Estes photo, and because I don't have internet, I'm streaming, and that means that I have less devices that I can, because some of them are just hooked up to the internet, and I can't hotspot my, this is the thing, my laptop is so old that it doesn't hotspot my phone. So although, you know, that would be an option, it's not really an option. So, you know, Julie says, I'm good, thank you. Weather is crap though. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain like over the last evening. I think I heard thunder as well. It's very wet. Okay, just a little bit more of this color in some places. May have to go over that area. So this is from memory. I did a quick, like just at the beginning, I did a quick continuous line of this, and then I stopped and I'm just blocking in a lot of color, and then I will see what other textures I can add. Good morning, Amanda. You're welcome. Amanda says, thanks for being so welcoming yesterday. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, we'll be back on Zoom on Friday. So we do Friday Zooms. And then I'm also talking to Rosalie, who is here, who I told you. Rosalie, just clear this up because I can't remember. You're from New Zealand, but you live in Australia, or you're from Australia and live in New Zealand? I was getting confused yesterday and I couldn't remember which of the two it was. So I'm going to break up my lines that I've got here, because this is supposed to be all, I remember, yellow flowers. So I just need to make it more relatable to a flower shape. I think Rosalie maybe had left already. Yeah. And this paint is goopy. So if you're just joining, we're working on Mayflowers this month. I did that little image yesterday and I can't find my sketchbook. It's somewhere where I just put, where is that sketchbook? Did I take it upstairs? Maybe I took it upstairs. Where I just worked on flowers behind an image that I'd already done. So that was fun. I've been doing a little bit more of that, working on past images, and I kind of like it. I feel like it gives an image a new life. just not as opaque, the Himi Gouache, as regular gouache. And regular gouache is much more opaque. And you can put it on flat and it just goes, it's great. Whereas the Himis are not that. Jacinda, hi. I was just thinking that the jelly gouache was looking good. Too goopy. Well, it's because I'm mixing the paint and I know that it doesn't cover as well, so it is a little bit goopy. But it's fine, like, it's fine. I can, once it's dry, I can go over it with Neocolors if I want to. But you can see that it's not, and you know, some people are okay with that, but I like it. I like it when it is completely opaque. Louise says, I have loved the photos this month. I could paint them for the rest of the year. And Julie says, gorgeous photos from Esty. I love the hazy purple one. Yes, that's beautiful as well. Really beautiful. Yeah, well, the palette looks pretty. Yeah, it does look pretty. But I'm very messy with my palette. Like, well, this is my mixing palette, and look how green and dingy it is. And then my yellow is very, very messy. I know, I shouldn't worry. I should just do as I do and be happy that I can do it. Just breaking up this big patch. If you, I'm not looking at a photo. This is from memory of the piece that Esty has put in the Padlet, because I don't have an extra device today because I'm running on data because our internet is down. I think it's something that my husband can fix because he was the one who changed out the modem yesterday. But honestly, when I go into that area where the modem is and where, you know, the internet box is or whatever, I think that's the modem. Then I look at it and go, yeah, can't fix that. Like if he's out of the house and he says, oh, I think the internet is down in the house, can you just go to the cabinet and have a look and see if the light is, I'm like, there, he's like, see if the light is blinking green. I'm like, everything is blinking. What am I looking at? Anyway, I'm sure he'll be able to fix it. He'll be up before my Zoom class for a virtual art retreat. I've been missing Sarah. Is Sarah not around, or is she just traveling to work? Maybe she's just traveling to work. These little flowers taking a long time, but I did want to break up all the blockiness that I had here. My yellow got a little bit green in the beginning, if you were here right at the beginning. Because as you can see, I have a very messy palette. So I'm just going over some of that. And I have to wait for things to dry because they're still, it's a little bit wet still. Trying to break up the line a little bit because that's it's quite a diagonal line. So I'm going to bring some of these little flowers over here. There were some that were off, I think, to the left, if I remember. Everything is blinking. Oh no. And I knew you would agree with Louise because you love flowers. See, is it blinking on everybody's images? It's not blinking here. But then I guess I wouldn't see it. Let me know if it's blinking for you as well. Oh, good. Maria says, no, it's good here. And Fiona says, no blinking. Oh, Sue says, no, I was Googling at your response to Ron. I know, because everything, it's like text with YouTube is a little bit difficult because, yeah, like it's slightly delayed, so I don't, sometimes the context is a little off, or I don't understand the context. Okay, let's have a look here. Here. And just put some more negative space in between these areas. And then I have to do something with this side. I almost want a little bit more red. Let's have a look, like an orangey red. And then I'm going to have to bring it over here as well a little bit. I'm going to take that orange and put a little lighter orange in, and then also a tiny little bit of blue in there, and that's going to give me a nice dark olive, because I've got a lot of blue and like shadows here, but I feel like I need a mid-tone. So I'm going to just see how this is within this plant area, instead of having all blue. Oops, not dry yet. So like for example here, doesn't necessarily need to be so blue inside there, and also around here. Hi Martina, how are you? Sorry, I didn't see that you were here earlier. Okay, so we've got this brown. I need to bring it over here a little bit as well. I feel like it's too heavy with the yellow here, so I'm gonna just cut that back. And then maybe some of these branches should actually be brown and not blue. Just a little bit. I need to get a good consistency so I can just go over the top. And there's a lot. I wish, well, I don't have the picture in front of me, but I'm going to just imagine. I know that vines are so intricate, and sometimes they color around the structure that they're on. So I can try and put that around there as well. Time to stand. I don't have time to stand. I'm painting. I mean, I guess I could stand and paint. It's probably a better idea. Does anybody have a standing desk? I think was it Patricia who had a standing desk? Anyone else have a standing desk instead of a sitting desk? It's actually quite fun just playing. Like, as if it wouldn't be fun. But I mean, it's actually quite nice not looking at your image the whole time and just enjoying what you have in front of you and trying to figure out like balances between colors, etc., etc. Like, yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. Okay, I'm gonna put some change in shape over here because there were a few like bushes kind of thing. I think I know that it's completely off and completely wrong. I'll show you the picture right at the end. Some of you have it in front of you so you can have a look, and you're probably going, ooh, that's like really off, really, really, really off. All these are vines. kitchen table. Martina works at the kitchen table. C says no standing desk, kitchen table. And C says, this is beautiful, Shah. Thank you. See, that's very sweet of you. I don't love this little bit. I feel like maybe I need to pull some yellow into this area. So I will do that in a minute once everything is dry. Martina says, not off. Your imagination is fantastic. Well, thank you. Well, I just remembered like certain areas, right? Like so it was a continuous line from the actual photo. So that wasn't off. Like I did have like all the structure and everything. But colors and everything, that's me. And it really is a lot of fun because I like the patterns and the textures a lot. Now I can either go darker with some of these lines up here, which may be good, but I also want to keep this quite bright. So maybe, I don't know, I'll have a look at it once I'm done this bit. Then I'm going to go back to those yellow flowers and add a few here just to break that part up. Don't like these white bits in the image, so I'm going to cover those up. Okay, and also this I'm not loving, so let's change that. I've got the blue that's on here. Need a little bit more, like a little bit of a darker. Let's try putting purple in this brown, because really then you're adding your red and you're adding your blue, which is what I want. I want a darker tone. And I think these can be actually darker down here, because naturally you would have shadow down here where the grasses go up. You can go slightly darker, and then getting into the blue again. Let's add some magenta, and now it is purple, so I need to put in some ochre, and then it's a dark brown again, but a little bit of a deeper value. Okay, I'm gonna clean my brush. And those flowers. So I have a little bit of that yellowy color, and I want to just add, and just breaking up. It's really not adding, it's just breaking up this little area, this little zone here, because I don't like how it comes over here and like stops there. So let's add. I'm gonna put a little bit of that yellow down here so it also looks like there's yellow behind the fluffy plant. And then remember how some of these hadn't dried. Actually, my brush is a little bit warmer now than the bright yellow, but that's okay. I can add a little bit of this color. You're very sweet. See, I think I need something over here, right here. Maybe I will do some horizontal stripes or something like that, or some stones. Maybe some stones, some rocks. Let's take that yellow and add it to a little bit of the brown. That can be broken up. Just to give it a little bit more texture down here and to cover that little side bit. So with rocks, especially if there's this much light in a piece, I have to get some shadow. I'm going to also put some shadow of these areas, these things here, which means that there'll be shadow on the rock, and the shadow on the rock will be a different color, so I got to wait to put the shadow on the rock. How are we doing for time, everybody? I feel like it's almost... Oh, it has been an hour. You know, you have that feeling like it's close to that time. Definitely close. Okay, so I can put these lines in between the rocks. And then I'm going to just darken. Let's get some orange in there. And because there is shadow on one side, there should be shadow. Because there's a shadow, cast shadow, there should be the shadow of the object too. I don't know if that was that's not a rock. And just put a little bit of a lighter, tiny little bit of a lighter color up here in some areas. All right. I think I'm done for this morning, but thank you so much for joining. It was fun just to play and have, you know, an hour where I dive into paints and not worry too much about it looking exactly like the picture. If you are a patron, you will know what the picture looks like. So, I mean, there are some similarities. Thank you, thank you. Have a really good day, everybody. Some of you I will see at 10 a.m. and hopefully my internet is back. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. Anyway, I'll keep you informed if it's not. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye, everybody.